Hey, welcome back, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, in my little horoscope book. I got the simple lessons on the horoscope side for you. Let's get this party started. I'm excited. I'm having fun. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storyteller, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's handle our business. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. And I ask the question, you know it is, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. Okay? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, dangerous. Foolish. Avoid them. Okay? Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, it's simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock, here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya, be true. Speaking of Maya, perfect segue. This is, oh no, you talking about the Virgo. This is our set. This is the Virgo, okay? The Virgin, right? I forgot about combining. I said that for another lesson. I'm going to take the Zodiac and match it with my Egyptian god and goddesses. That's what I'm saying. I found the connection. So I'm just using, I want to get this out the way. That's going to be the next lesson. But right now, let's get to the Zodiac sign. If you know your Zodiac sign, you know you. Pretty much. I'm just adding it to that. I'm going to add on to that. Okay, let's go with the Virgos. They're called the helper. My sister, my daughter, Virgo. This is them. Characteristic of them. Watch. I know that because I know them. So when I look at one that I know, I can put it to a person that I know. Watch this. Their birthday August 23rd to September 22nd. All right. Their ruling planet is Mercury. Planet of what? Communication and intellect. My daughter's a professor at Stanford University. PhD, the whole nine, doing her thing. And she's a Virgo. I love that because we communicate on a whole nother level. Okay. Now, her symbol, Virgin. I'm moving on. Main descriptions. Thoughtful. Judgmental, but in a good way, in a positive way, okay? Not negative. I love my sister, and they both had that characteristic in them, and I know that about them, so I laugh, because I know that about them. Again, I got goosebumps, because it's funny. It's amazing to me how they can have these qualities about people. I'm a really freak out. I get to mine, but I just love that. Because I have no idea how they knew that. Okay, that freaks me out. And now, her dualities, that's the feminine side naturally. You got masculine and feminine. Virgos are feminine. The earth, her element is the earth. Her qualities, they're mutable. Okay? They workable. They're fit in. And the key word is I analyze. I mean, they pay strict attention. And watch this. The body part, they represent the intestines. Okay, stuff they go through. Color is blue. Color of what? Common. Now, the attributes. Organized, logical, health-orientated, devoted, humble, perfectionist. Yeah, on every count. Yeah, I freak out because, if they would read and see this, they freak out. Why? Because that's them. And if they recognize it, they'd freak out. No, I do. Watch this. So, okay, that's my point. They knew this about the Virgos. Don't care. If you born into this time, you a Virgo. You are who your zodiac sign say you are. Trust me on that one. It don't get no better than this. Watch this. Interest, don't care. All right. Drive to serve others. Those a professor. She's trying to save the wildlife. I'm trying to enlighten my people. She trying to save sea lions. In that heart, over there in the Falkland Islands. But now she's gonna stand for you doing her thing. So yeah, and she's a Virgo. The Virgos progresses from the Leo showness to an orientation toward humility and serving others. That's them. Ruled by Mercury, the planet of intelligence and communication. Again, Virgo is a wordsmith. Like Mercury, other signs, Gemini, however, Virgos demonstrate a more careful style than the Geminis, as well as to detail-oriented perfectionism. They do their thing a little more strict than the Geminis, obviously. But the ever analyzer, they always checking stuff out. Virgo's intelligence can sometimes spin into stories and criticisms. However, her loyalty is unparalleled. She readily applies her clear logic to solving problems and supporting others in need. That's both of them to a T. Love it. The symbol for the Virgos is represented by the Virgin, who on Virgo's key traits is her love and purity, with loyalty and pure intentions. Good people. She devotes herself to caring for friends and even strangers, softening her sometimes they consider icy exterior. Once someone has earned their trust, and that should be anybody, but that's the Virgo's thing, at that point, the Virgo can now emerge as what? Affectionate, gentle, magical, and warm and loving. Now, in Latin, the word Virgo means self-contained, which is perhaps more accurate in depicting this sign than the literal virgin, because everybody born in Virgo sign ain't virgins. Some are. Some of us gonna recognize that. I hope she do. But it's self-sufficient. They supply their own self. They good by themselves. Perfect. But Virgos devotes herself to what? Serving the earth. Hello? Yeah, I love that part, okay? And all beings. She wouldn't see lions by first taking care of herself. If you ain't got you together, you can't do jack for nobody else. Understand that. And Virgos, they will continue working hard to what? Benefit others. Always, as long as she receives the proper respect, ding, 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 and appreciation. I'll leave that one there. Always appreciate when somebody give it from the heart. All you should do is show appreciation. Now we get into my girl, Maya. But these are the scales of Libra. Let's see what the Libra's about. Let's see what this story is. Okay? Libras. Romantic. My first love was a Libra. So I know a little bit about them too. Back in the day when Zodiac sign, I did my homework, so I knew about Libras a little bit. What's this? Me and my mother talked about it. I said, I know you're doing well. From September 23rd to October 22nd, that's the Libra's birthday. The ruling planet, they run by Venus, the planet of love and beauty. Yeah. Now, they sign is the scales. My girl Maya represents the scales, so yeah. And it's a feminine thing, but they supposed to be romantic, but they very, very indecisive. But they the scales. Now, how about this? Their quality is masculine. Moving on. Their element is air. The key word is I balance. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If you are balanced, my girl, I love it. But you are balanced at the same time indecisive. That don't make much sense to me. I'm just saying. I just question. I'm a student. I'm paying attention. Now I know what balance means. I know what indecisive means. They can occupy the same space, like knowledge and ignorance. You got to have one or the other. I'm just saying. I'm just get out of there. I'm just doing my thing. All right. Let's just question. All right. So, all right. They balance. So they say that's the key word. I'm balanced. And the body part. Okay. You know what the body parts of the Libras are? The buttocks, the pancreas, and the kidneys. Y'all the asses. Zodiac. Alright, maybe just me. Alright, but they color pink. October, Cancer month. See? That's where it come from. The color of romance. According to who? Moving on, I ain't going there. Alright. Attributes. Fair, cooperative, tasteful, indecisive. That's a trait that just go with that character of, and that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact, Jack. Again, tactful and refined. He called it again. If you know somebody who these signs, and if you read the characteristics, you should be able to put them with that and say, wow, and understand my point. I'm just freaking out because if you know somebody like that, you say, yeah, hey, they saying that. I just know that. So they saying what I know. Put them together. They are on point. The interest, okay, don't care. Drive, to love and be loved. Yeah, pretty much. Libras, progresses from the artistry, critically, a vertical. Excuse me. Libras progresses from the artistry, austerity, and the criticality of the Virgos to the qualities of charm and romance, partnership, and artistry. When the Libra arrives, his ruling planet, Venus, displays her overwhelming splendor. Leaves turn to bright colors, the red, orange, changing what season about to change. In the northern hemisphere, again, to the orange, red, and yellow in the early fall. In fact, Libra produces an artistic allure in all that he touches, inspiring balance and serenity in artistic endeavors. Sons of Libra, artists, relationships, and social gatherings. He is the most likely to come home with what exquisite flowers, decorate his home with sensitivity and flair, and whisper sweet nothings to his love. Okay, romantic. That's what they say. Moving on. Now the symbol by the scale. Let's see what they say about that. The scales of Libra represents justice. There you go. Equilibrium. Okay, I'm with you. Taking his time to make decisions. You just said they're indecisive. Moving on. But Libras can become stagnant as he weighs both sides of every issue. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Now I couldn't put that together, so I just put the two together. It just made sense. Yeah, they indecisive because they weigh in there, yeah. Make your damn mind up. All right, but I got it. They weigh both sides of every issue. Libra's opposite is the Aries, is a decisive but crude, while Libras are refined and polite. See, two opposites. Now, though often held back by hesitancy, seeking to keep the scales in balance, a Libra demonstrates his or her diplomacy, elegance, and grace, developing friends and partners in magnanimity and appreciation. Everybody loves them. Despite his or her wishy-washy nature, Libras can be a crusader, possessing an unyielding sense of fairness, fighting for what's right, or he can delicately stand up for what is right, balancing whatever is unjust or off kilter. I mean, they want everything to be balanced. I ain't got no problem with that, but make up your damn mind. All right, little jokey jokes. All right, Libras, we're going over here now. Oh, now, I don't know of a Scorpio, but they got a bad rap. when they talk about the Zodiac sign, they don't say nothing good about the Scorpions. Let's see why. Oh, again, I figured that out too. Now the Scorpions, did we do the leave romantic? All right, Scorpions, they called the shaman. As a sage, I understand what the shaman is, so I want to get into this. I want to check them out, okay? Scorpions, shaman, October 23rd to November 21st. Coming up on the Sag. Ruling planets, Mars and Pluto. Okay, planets of sexuality and power. Uh-oh. Scooby-Doo, rut roll. Their symbol, Scorpion. You know anything about the Scorpion? They sting. They main descriptors, passionate and destructive. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you know a Scorpion female, you know crazy one. They duality is the feminine side, okay? And their element is water. Mixed in with dirt, you get mud. Their quality again. Now they under the same concept of the Leo. They fixed. They are who they are. Understand that? Again. And their keyword is I create. Good or bad. Reproductive organs. That's a part of the body they represent. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And what I'm saying about the Sagittarius or the Scorpions, they call the Scorpions the freaks of the Zodiac. I'm just going by what you say. I don't get involved in that. Oh, that's crazy. They say they the body part. That's what. Don't feel bad, Scorpions. It is what it is. Y'all are who you are. All right. And if you're Richard, with my man Rick James, the super freak, don't worry. Everybody loves a freak. All right. Let's go. But that's funny. The body part, the reproductive organs. Wow. The color is black. All right. Attributes. They intimate, mysterious, magnetic, powerful, intense, and obsessive. Wow. Boy, this thing is man, I get goosebumps because they right on point. They don't miss a beat. All right. Interest, don't care. They just freaks. Moving on. Male and female didn't care. Y'all just can't help it. Can't help myself. I just can't help myself. Now they work to drive. They drive it to transform. Yeah, I ain't dealing with Scorpions. Okay, love you, but I can't mess with y'all. No. Shaman, got nothing. Leave y'all alone. Let me see what they say about the Scorpions. The Scorpio represents a shift into the more internal signs, which correlate with colder weather. Yeah, we get into the wintertime, heading for the end, the season of introspection. All right, we are moving away from Libra's niceties and small talk into Scorpio's urge to face unpleasant truths for the sake of intimacy. Pluto and Mars rule Scorpio, representing the process of death and rebirth, destruction and transformation. As the most extreme and mysterious sign, Scorpio is not afraid to dive into the depths. She readily plunges into intensity, alchemically transforming challenges into spiritual wisdom. Mars and the Pluto are commanding and possessive planets. So they into what they into for a reason. And Scorpio's ultimate spiritual attainment is to what? You ready? Master the art of surrender. If she falls, she could find herself caught in the fixation or an emotional anguish, representing what? The mastery of letting go. No sign has more of a transformational effort. After all, Scorpio is the shaman, possessing qualities of what? Mystic and psychologist, psychologists who help to what? Heal. Or to heal our deepest wounds by what? By holding our hand as we face our dark darkness with the light of awareness. Okay, they're there to help you through rough times. Good friends. Moving on. Now the symbol. The classic symbol of the Scorpio or the Scorpion, however, two other symbols are represented. Scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. That's a transformation. Got you. See, these three symbols embody the various layers of the Scorpion's spiritual growth. That's the transformation. I got you now. When overwhelmed by challenging emotions, the Scorpion crawls on the ground, hiding away in the dark corners of what? Of repression, ready to what? Sting and destroy when threatened. They get to a certain point, back up off me. The eagle, too, can strike at any moment, but unlike the Scorpion, he glides through the sky, confident, visible, and free. The soaring bird has probing eyes, aware of subtleties that others might miss. Keen eyesight. The phoenix is the most evolved of all the symbols, it representing the actual transformational quality the Scorpio has as a mythological bird who cyclically regenerates itself by dying in flames like the phoenix and be reborn again from the ashes. Life forming from destruction. Similarly, Scorpio's power comes from her willingness to openly, fully to fear and to find spiritual rebirth from the little death of the ego. You can't get where you want to go without getting taken care of that ego. They proved that too. I love that. I got started with that. I got to move on. I see the clock. Let me get to Sagittarius and I get to me. I don't know if I made the last two. Let me get to this right quick. Now, we're going to November. Sagittarius. Half man, half horse. Okay? What's his story? He's the bow and arrow. They call him the archer. He's the philosopher? The Sagittarius? Okay, let's get this thing. Come on. Ruling planet, Jupiter. Planet of luck and expansion. Okay. He's the centaur. The symbol of the centaur is half man, half horse. Okay. Now, his main description, inspiring and restless. Okay. Quality, male. Earth side, fire. He's mutable also. And his word of phrase is, I perceive. He's represented by the hips and the thighs. We getting closer. We got the hips and the thighs. His color is orange, color of fury and inspiration. His attributes, adventures, big-minded, honest, reckless at times, and frank. Okay, I can deal with that. I know a few of them. Last one, drive, to seek truth. Okay. Let's run down his little story. Sagittarius continues Scorpio's quest for wisdom, intellect, moving his focus from the deep inner work up to the horizon where he joyfully seeks truth and adventure, opposite Gemini, whose quest is to gather knowledge also. Sagittarius' path to transform that knowledge into wisdom by experiencing, implementing, using, and sometimes by pursuing even a higher education. Ruled by Jupiter, the planet of religion and extravagance, exgravitation. Sagittarius ready forms and believes in the philosophies, sometimes taking them too far. Meaning this could manifest as dogma, useless information, or recklessness, misinterpret information, as the Sagittarius asserts his conclusions with vigor and force. At the same time, the Sagittarius possesses tremendous optimism, cheerfulness, and humor. He is unbound by limitation, just like Jupiter, his mighty ruler. A fiery and zealous, thrill-seeking Sagittarius often becomes an athlete or an avid outdoorsman. Okay, I can see that. Their symbol is symbolized by the centaur, the archer. Sagittarius points his arrow towards abstract truth and faraway lands. galloping into the distance to gather experiences, to have his wisdom. Half horse, half man. The centaur has animal strength and stamina, along with human ability to think and philosophize. A straight shooter. No sign has more candor, which can be both a gift and a curse. Sagittarius speaks his mind, sometimes pushing his own beliefs right there onto others, big problem, keeping his ideologies in check. No sign is more inspiring, helping others to what? Broaden their horizons by introducing them to expensive views and experiences in life. The educators, philosophize. Okay, I got a little bit of that. I got some December in me. I got the back part of that, so I'm on the cusp. Okay, 3 days. That's good. So here you go. I've been waiting to get here. I'll wrap it up with this one. Sorry about the Aquarius and Pisces, but I see the clout. Now I might get them in. I ain't gonna do it like that. All right, Capricorn, the businessman. What business you got? Pure, I'm a natural entrepreneur. Okay. Now, December 22nd to January 19th. All the good people was born during this time. I ain't going there, but yeah, I like to brag about the famous people, Capricorn, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Let's go. Now, the ruling planet Saturn. You know about Saturn? Anybody? The planet of responsibility and structure. Again, I didn't know I was that, but I'm that because I get what they said. The symbol is the goat. Okay? Now, you got a goat head, but you got a fish body. There's a story that goes with that. I'm going to just make that note. We're going to get into that. All right. Now, the goat. His main descriptions, diligent and repressive. I had to look up repressive, make sure. Yeah, I can hold my water, so to speak. And I do hold a grudge. So, and they think that my Capricorn, I said, wow. I used to tell people, not threatening, but come on, man. So they made it ill easy. My sign, that's who I am. So I had to understand that now. It's funny to me. But the duality is the female aspect, okay? My earth sign, my element is the earth. My keyword, I use whatever I got, however I can, any way I could. So I agree with that. They got that part. And the body part, I represent your knees and your bones. Okay. Color, brown. Now, I ain't big on brown. I put 25 years wearing Doodle Brown, UPS. So, how they know that? I have no idea. If it come to me, I'd be wearing red every day. But no, I wore the brown, all right? All right? But my favorite color, but it got me paid. So, I guess, yeah, it is my favorite color. All right, let me wrap this up. Don't need to care about my interests. None of that means nothing to me. They have no idea what my interests are, so I know they can't make that call. They get the character right. They get the aspects right pretty much. But they don't know you personally. It ain't about that. It's about just giving you a little breakdown about yourself. That's all. And sometimes they can be way off. Why? Because you don't fit the bill. You ain't the regular, but pretty much they're on point. That's my point. All right. Now, my drive to accomplish. They got that part right. Okay. Now, let me read up about me. Moving from the Sagittarius, who orients towards adventure and philosophy. Right thinking? Philosophy. We continue the zodiacal journey into Capricorn's form, dedication to society, family, tradition, and accomplishments. How can we create the efficient system? This is the key question for Capricorns. Ruled by Saturn, planet restriction, time, and tradition, Capricorn possesses tremendous discipline. Spiritual discipline, I call it. That's what they put in the female aspect. She is able to achieve whatever she wants. How? Through ambition and perseverance. Sound familiar to me? While she tends to what? Mask her true feelings for the sake of what? Propriety, Capricorn also has a way of what? Loosening up and becoming more youthful with age. The sign of the what? Father and the wise elder. The Capricorn is traditional, sometimes strict. I'm not changing. I'm a disciplinarian, not going to change. That's my grandkids, okay? I hope they get great grands. I can let them know ain't nothing changed. But sometimes strict. Excuse me. In possessing ample integrity. Yeah, I'm proud. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm doing what I need to be doing. You need this. Trust me. I know best. And whether thinking about society, business endeavors, or family, she is always attuned to how she can create networks that are functional and supportive. Honesty, humorous, and often musically inclined. That ain't me. I can't play not an instrument, but I know good music. Okay, so I can't play it, but I can hear it. I recognize it. Capricorn's steadiness and sense of timing can be their biggest assets. What I just read is about me. What they say is just that's about me. How would they know that? That was written way before I come into the world. I've been for 67 years, and this has been around a long time. So I didn't make it up. I just fit the bill. Wow, we are who we are. Perfect example from my point of view. Now, the symbol. Capricorn is symbolized by the sea goat. Not the mountain goat, the sea goat. Capricorn has two sides. There we go. The mountain goat and the fish, hence sea goat. She can climb the mountains of success and social prestige, while also diving deep in the ocean of what? Wisdom, consciousness. Harnessing what? Practicality. If it ain't working, I don't give a damn. I needed to do what it do. I got wash and dry. I play music and can't wash my clothes. That's not practical. She places one foot in front of the other. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot. That's how I call walking. It's called walking. Okay? And they put one foot in front of the other. Moving steadily with a strong sense of purpose and intention. I don't know how they know all that, but that just, they telling me about me. I'm like, well, how the hell you know this? And what's this? Practical and restrained, she prioritizes achieving the task at hand. If I set out to do something, it's going to get done. Hook or crook, okay? Malcolm, any means necessary. I use all means. I use all means. Even in my teaching, I'm pulling every step I could to get you to understand you, to learn life lessons that I can give you information that you can use. And I'm pulling all the stops. I went to the Zodiac. I got my little sided book here. I got all kind of stuff, all right? But my goal is to enlighten you. That's what I do for you. And watch this. Now, she will task ahead, and sometimes at any cost. I just told you that. That's the concept of whatever achievement, my priorities, I achieve them by any means necessary, and dedicated to reaching the highest peaks in all of his or her endeavors. The goat does not lose sight of what? The ideas gleaned from Sagittarius. She or he applies their determination to creating strong family units, with family people oriented, yes, as well as the systems and structure that form the basis of society. Right thinking philosophy is what I did. Capricorn, watch this. A mature Capricorn is more inclined to use his or her fishtail, diving deep into the wells of emotion before laying a foundation or beginning his or her steady rise to accomplishments in life. Know what you're doing before you do it. Now, there's the myths that go with the Capricorn. I'm going to read that. I didn't read it by the time I read this. The Greek myth connected with Capricorn is the story of the sea goat. Was that Pricus? He was the father of a whole race. Now watch this. The father of a whole race of sea goats who had the heads and the bodies of goats and the tails of fish. Lower body is the fish, top body like a goat. Okay, and they lived where in the sea, but they was close to the shore, and were known as what? Honorable and intelligent creatures. Okay, created by Cronus, father of time. Okay, god of time. Okay, Prickers shared Cronus' ability to what? To manipulate time. Watch this. Now, they said they shared the ability to manipulate time. Time is all what? Mental, right? As the story goes, Pricker's children began to explore what? Exploring and swimming to shore, meaning they wanted to land. On land, they slowly pay attention. I just came up with this when I had to read and going over it. This is amazing. On land, they slowly lost their tails, aka their intelligence, and their ability to speak to one another telepathically. Telepathy was taken away. They lost it. Again, if you don't use it, what happened? You lose it. So when they came on land, they lost the ability to telepathy. Submariner, Poseidon, they in the ocean. How they talk to the fish? Telepathically. Ain't a verbal command, it's a mental command. And when they left the water, they lost the ability to communicate with each other. It's like the building the Tower of Babel. They lost the ability to communicate. We, right now, lost our ability to telepathically communicate. We need a phone, we need a device to talk to each other. We can't communicate no more. Why? They killing that ability. They're flooding that. They clogging up they calcify our pineal gland. That's another thing about that, but that's where it comes from. But I just put that in there. They lost the ability to speak and live in the sea. See, they couldn't go back in the water. They couldn't communicate, right? Prickers was distraught because his children were disappearing from the water, rapidly becoming what? Regular just mountain goats. No more water. And to fix this, he reversed time, took it back, and warned the sea goats of their fate. We had prophecies. He told them, I'm giving you another shot. Don't mess this up. Sound familiar? And their fate in attempts to what? Save them from destroying themselves, getting the position they were in. We told that the machines that we create will destroy us. We doing what? Making more machines. That's smart. Moving on. But no matter how many times he did this, again, Pricker's children still continued to what? Leave the sea to explore what? The land. And finally, he just gave up. Uh-oh, Scooby, ruh-roh. So now allowing them to live out their own karma. Here you go. He's going to let them get what they deserve. They just deserve. That's karma. You reap what you sow. Now, in mortal and in pain, he begged Cronus to help him die. Instead, Cronus placed him in what? In the sky, constellation, where he could what? Watch his children go through the madness from above. Even as they what? Played on the highest peaks in the mountains, there Capricorn reminds us of parental love, inevitable of what? Karma, and the importance of what? Letting go. He tried. As a parent, I'm not trying to run my kid's life. Laissez-faire, hands off, you grown. I gave, I thought you needed, the rest is on you. I see the clock, I got 2 more to go. I'll be back, I'll wrap them up. I got Aquarius and the Pisces, the last 2. So, right thinkers, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm just trying to break it down where it made sense to me when I was reading it, but I try to put it to a lesson where it can make sense to somebody else, not just the Capricorns. I give everybody a shot. I'll be back with the Aquarius and the Pisces. But in closing, right thinkers, may y'all let it be honest. No. I'm going to finish this out. I'm going to do this. Let's go. You really going to do it? Yeah, let's wrap it up. Aquarius, moving on. I'm not stopping. I'm going to get this lesson in. Aquarius, they call them the Inventors, okay? Their birthday from January 20th to February 19th. My favorite 2 people are Aquarius, my mother and my mother-in-law. Now, they ruled by the planet, again, they ruled by Saturn also, but they ruled by Saturn and Uranus, planets of responsibility and freedom. Their symbol, the water bearer. There you go. When we was in the age of Pisces, okay, when we going through the signs, we going through them this way. But when we live it through them, we going in reverse order. We come from Pisces, now we in Aquarius. Next stop will be Capricorn. I won't be here. So, all right, I deal with Aquarius. We here. That's what we are. He's the water bearer. And right now, for us, At the different time, it meant something different. Now that water is what? Information. Okay, so we in the age of Aquarius, information age. See, information highway. Information going crazy. Now, the main idea is original and shocking. They have male qualities, masculine. The air the element sign is air. Their quality also fixed. And they keep, wait a minute. Oh, what is this? I know. I say, wait a minute, they can't steal mine. Mine was I used. They say, I know. The Aquarians, with the information, they know. How you go, like, and guess what their part of the body are? They the ankles. Ain't nothing left but the feet. That's the Pisces. Okay, that's the fish. Their color is, how about this? The royal color on the spectrum. You got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and purple, violet. That's their color. That's the highest on the spectrum. So this is the royalty. Aquarius are royal, okay? Now, their attributes, original, eccentric, futuristic, shocking, but they're humanitarians, good people. Aquarian with money will help people. Other people just take the money. Aquarians will use it. And their mindset is to be free. So they help others out. That's where they can. Good people. All right. Aquarius progress through the Capricorn's traditionalism to what? Qualities of inventiveness, future orientation, and rebellion against the status quo. Without the energy of Aquarius, society would not progress. Wow. Feeding off shock, Aquarius love to present us with unexpected ideas, flash into his mind like lightning, seemingly from the future. Ruled by the planet Saturn and Uranus, planets of social responsibility and revolution. Aquarius applies his creative genius to what? Furthering humanity. I love that. Somewhat cool and aloof, Aquarius is often more comfortable loving humanity at large than being in intimate personal relationships. His tendency toward surprise can fall into what? Needless disruption, trauma, and the creation of what? Chaos. Sometimes they misinterpret his intent, in which Aquarians thrive. Okay? However, the combination of system-loving Saturn and humanitarian Uranus makes for a evolved Aquarius skilled at creating inspired communities. He brings people together with shared purpose, brightening society with fostering tolerance and personal liberation. He has the intelligence and the foresight to understand that true freedom is only real with organization and discipline. Ruling electricity, technology, and sudden breakthroughs, Aquarius often facilitates scientific innovation or spiritual revelation. We are in the age of Aquarius, and what's happening now? We're becoming conscious. Wrapping it up. Symbolized by the water bearer, Aquarius is one of the signs represented as the human being, along with Virgo. There ain't but two of them. And the twins, the three. The Virgin, and Gemini, there they go, the twins. The water bearer offers water, which is sustenance, philosophically, metaphorically, substance for life, which is what? Knowledge and spirituality. He does so without sacrifices his individuality or independence. Why? Water washes away the past and clears the way for the future. More connected with purity and enlightenment. Again, information. Good, useful information. A visionary. The water bearer carries a vessel that symbolizes open-mindedness, spirituality, knowledge, and available to all in equal measure. Don't care. It's plentiful. He ain't picking and choosing. Everybody getting it. I love that. Water itself represents the collective unconsciousness along with the seed of what? Interconnectedness. As the second to last sign, Aquarius is preparing us for what? For Pisces, the last step in Zodiac, which represents transcendence. In this way, Aquarius, the water bearer, is what? The height of human possibility before dissolving into what? Spirituality, non-concessionality, and oneness with God. That's who Christ represents. Oh, sorry about that. But that's what Christ represents. That's why he was on point, and that's what I'm about to break down for you right quick. Wrap it up. Christ was the dreamer. Okay? He was the Savior, the Messiah. No! Excuse me. Sorry. All right. Neptune ruled the planet. He represented by the two fish, okay, swim in different directions. His main description, imaginative, spacey, okay, quality, female. His planet element is water. Quality, again, mutable. And his key word was, I believe, okay. He had good reason to believe because he knew, so he believed what he was taught. What's going on there? Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, we just lost power. Excuse me. Uh-oh. But his body part is the feet. That's what you stand on. Your belief got to be firm. You got to be steadfast and have good foundation. That's what Pisces represents. That's what Christ represents. The archetype. Don't get caught up in the person. This all metaphorical, symbolical. Okay? Now, what? Keep snapping. All right. Moving on. The feet. The color, turquoise. Okay. Attributes, dreamy, mystical, impressionable, tender, passive, poetic. Sound like character of Christ, right? Okay. Hello. His drive to embody unconditional love. Love thy neighbor. Oh, he embodied that. He taught that. He lived that. Okay, that was his thing. Wrapping it up. As the final step of the zodiacal journey, Pisces embodies what? All that came before him. The ultimate shift in oneness, becoming one with the Father. Father and I are one. He was conscious. Excuse me. And ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams, spirituality, and illusions. Pisces loved to escape into his inner world. What are you doing? He's going to pray. Going to talk to my Father. What? By himself. Playing in imaginative and outwardly realms as such, he can sometimes seem spacey, aloof, or disconnected. But the most spiritual and the mystical side, Pisces dissolves walls between the material and the invisible realms, and between self and other. Having journeyed through all the other sides, he has empathy for who? Everyone. Sound familiar? Understanding people and meeting them where they are. Did you get what I'm saying? This is almost unbelievable. Impersonable and sensitive, he can merge with others in energies and must be wary of who he keeps close. Judas. However, his ability to see into people's hearts is unparalleled. First of all, he has tremendous capacity to generate spiritual art and unconditional love to anybody he was around, which he shares with the world. Hello. Yeah, but moving on. Helping the rest of us to reach our natural state of transcendence, becoming conscious of who we are. Knowing thyself. Moving on. Symbolically, wrapping it up. Pisces is symbolized by the two fish who swim in opposite directions. Mortal and immortal, like Isis and Nethys, okay? The word Pisces means fish in Latin, feeling pulled in duality of being human and the struggles of being both spiritual and human. We are spiritual beings having the human experience. He was experiencing that tug of war within himself. The mortal fight, Haru and Set, the same concept, But the spiritual of human. He tied to the material realm, physical body, while floating in space. It is also said that the one fish is swimming upstream toward transcendence, while the other brings that wisdom, downstream, going with the flow, back into the world, reincarnation. The two fish embody receptive, as Pisces possesses the capacity to understand opposing views and all facets of human nature and existence. He understood everybody's situation, right? Swimming effortlessly through any current in life situation, the fish can blend with their surroundings, accommodating all that arises. Pisces is therefore the most compassionate of all signs, embodying universal love, totality, forgiveness, and understanding for mankind. That's the Christ. He was the Pisces. Hope you enjoyed the concept. Hope Hope you enjoyed my concepts breaking down other astrological signs. I got more because I'm in the rabbit hole now. I got to do my own homework and show you the comparisons, but I want to get that to you. Hope you enjoyed it. And in closing now, I can say, right thinkers, glad you stayed with me. Hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you. And in closing, may you all let it be 100, me minus a day. So I never know my right thinkers who know themselves, their zodiac sign, have passed away.